Have returned. I had the cap over the camera. Welcome back to the stream, everybody. That, aside from the random ad started playing at the end of it, was Maybe Not from the Project Zomboid soundtrack, and that was a cover, an acoustic cover done by Campfire Stalker, channel on YouTube. So yeah, hello Rolls. Welcome back to the stream, even though you can't hear me at the moment, because apparently you have me on mute, because you're working today, you poor bastard. So I'll just wildly wave at you so you can see it's me. Alright. I mean, you can see it's me anyway. Why would you open this channel if... Anyway, I don't know. But yes, it's been nearly a month since I last streamed. I found the button to go live again. Not really what happened, it's just I've been very busy this month and I didn't have much time to do anything. I was kind of half planning on doing some seasonally appropriate things, but I mean, it's New Year's Eve now. So yes, Happy New Year to you as well, and Happy New Year to anybody else who's watching. I actually have a few days off. Now, it's funny, because I had a few days off around Christmas, then I had to go to work again for a couple of days, and now I have a few days off for New Year's, so I'm not working again now until Monday. So I'm hoping to get back into streaming at least a little bit. Now, that being said, of course, I woke up very late this morning. It was the first real opportunity I had to sleep in a while, even though I had days off prior, but a lot of that time was spent with family and traveling, so I'm starting later than I anticipated. I have maybe an hour and a half to play with before I have to leave and get ready to, like, air stuff for later on this evening. Not that I'm doing much for New Year's, but I'd like to pick up a few things. And, yeah, so there's that. So, without further ado, what we're going to do is we're going to do some Project Zomboid, as you can tell from the title. Thing is, I've been playing a fair bit of Zomboid lately, and I have noticed that the big update they did recently that re-added multiplayer into the game, I think that broke most of the Build 42 saves that I had prior to that, and most of the mods don't work. So that means, as I feared, I need to actually scrap that game I made a few months progress in towards my goal to building the farm in Louisville, but that's still something I want to do. So we are going to start afresh. Because there's a lot of things they've changed, so many things to the point that I don't really know what a lot of them are. I mean, hell, I haven't really accessed a lot of the stuff Build 42 has to offer since they did it. I mean, that's what the whole building the farm thing was supposed to be. I was going to, like, build something from scratch, see the new stuff you can get into farming, animal care, that kind of thing, but the setup took way too long. So I think the plan is, I am going to try to expedite the process this time. I'm going to try to get to the center of the park to start building sooner this time. Basically, the plan is I'm going to try to find a place to hole up, waiting for the helicopter event to happen. And then my main focus is going to be securing an area at the edge of the park, and then making my way inside. Rather than doing that a month and a half into a save file, I'm going to do it within the first few weeks instead. Now, like I said, most of the mods don't work. So some of the ones I have used, I'm probably not going to be able to use, like the Useful Barrels mod doesn't work now, apparently. A few other mods don't work as well. Now, a lot of my go-to mods, though, like the random spawns, random scenarios, drawing on the map, the kill count, the map symbol, Tidy Up Meister is the really important one. I don't know if I'd be able to play the game without that anymore. Start's also very handy. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start afresh, and we are going to choose our mods. Let's go into the favorites. Daily Report was an interesting one too, but I don't know if that works anymore. Let's add it on to see. Ladders doesn't work, I know. Pause start. I'll add all of the pillows ones, because I think if I don't add them all then, I don't know if open jackets work. Project RV was something I was going to use that would have been a good run for something else, but I can't. This is like all these different car mods. I don't think any of those work anymore. I feel like there's a few more. Yeah, random spawns. Okay, so this one only works in debug version. Interesting. Okay, but this still works though. Okay. Alright, so it's not gonna be completely randomized where I land in Louisville. Resurrect character is just something I had because I got stuck once. The rest of this I think I'm just going to leave off. Alright, so most of the mods I have selected I know work. If I run into any issues, I'm going to have to, you know, reconfigure things a little. I'm hoping I can actually shut off some of them if they don't work. And it won't fuck up the save. So I think... See, originally I was going to do custom sand... Because one of the other saves I'm playing, I've got custom sandbox and I've got infection turned off completely. I don't think I'm going to do that, but what I will do is I will... Oh yeah, it lets me choose all the stuff after. Okay, it does just say random spawns by location Louisville, so I could spawn anywhere in Louisville. But yeah, anyway, seeing as how we're looking at the map here, I know before what I did was I kind of, wherever I spawned, I found a house and held up there for a bit. That still might be a good idea. But then I went over here and went into this protected area over here. I don't think I'm going to do that this time, because it's just going to be a rehash of what I've already done. So instead, I'm going to go to a spot that's very popular, that I've never used in a game. There is a line of fenced-in houses that I think I was actually going to go over to when I started this last time, and I didn't. I'm going to check those out. So depending on where I spawn, I'll find a safe space to hole up, or I might just gun for that section of the town to begin. We'll see what happens. Alright, so I'm going to keep everything the same, except I'm going to change it so that transmission is through saliva only. So I can only be killed via a bite. I can only get infected via a bite. I can be killed by anything. But I can only be infected via a bite. I don't know, I feel like even though I do want to do this, I need that little bit of danger. Now, another thing that they did is there's a number of, okay, I see Wakeful's back. This was really wonky last time I tried to create a character. I noticed there were a bunch of traits that used to be here that weren't anymore, and I think Wakeful was one of them. Another thing I noticed is that, yeah, see, that gives me a +1 to short blunt, which means that I should get an experience bonus. Because I used this character in another save I've got going. When I logged out and logged back in, his tag skills were completely changed, so I got 75% to short blade instead, for example. Although one of these might have given me short blade, I don't know. No, none of these did. Yeah, I also, well, I got a bonus to masonry anyway, but I got a 125% bonus to masonry, so all of these got switched around on me somehow. But these are kind of similar. So handy, I just gave myself that just to make it a bit easier to build. Crafty, increase experience gains for crafting, same thing. Outdoorsy, low thirst, fast reader, cat size. A lot of these are still kind of traits that are applicable to itself. Short-sighted, obviously. Slow healer just because I needed the points, and I guess maybe that's true for me. Reluctant fighter, out of shape, thin-skinned. I see Wakeful is back, so I kind of want to take that one again. But that means I'm going to have to find another negative trait to offset it. I mean, I could take Restless Sleeper again, but honestly, I feel like that might be a bit more of a nuisance, so maybe I'll not take that one. I don't know, if is there anything else I can take? Okay, so what do we have that's a minus 2? All thumbs. I don't know if I like that. Or clumsy. Or cowardly. You know what, maybe I will take take Restless Sleeper again. And then I'll just find something else I can take. Friggin', why not? Despite the fact Restless Sleeper and Wakeful kind of counteract each other. Well, I don't want to take Light Eater, because that runs into the problem that if I don't eat enough of the right things, I don't gain weight. So I'll keep that. Extras might be a good one to take, and that's not too outside of my own capabilities. What else do we have? Do we have anything here that's... Nah, not Sower. Resilient. I'm not a very organized person, so no. Guess Inconspicuous, but that one doesn't really do much anymore, I don't think. Certainly not Graceful. I'd like to think I'm not a coward, but I wouldn't exactly say I'm brave either. Fishing is something I'm definitely going to have to learn. Vehicle knowledge, I don't really have that much. I mean, to a certain degree I do, maybe more than the lay person. Yeah, but if I take that, then I've got an extra skill point to play with. I wasn't expecting to spend this much time in character creation because I thought I had this set until I saw the Wakefulness back. Yeah, you know what? Let's take... Maybe I'll take Dexterous and Mason. Because, I mean, then that'll greatly increase my masonry skill. Which is going to be kind of important, I think. Or maybe Whittler. Do I have... I don't think I've got anything that's going to increase my carpentry beyond what it's already at. Yeah, you know what? Masonry is going to be a skill that's more important to increase anyway. I also had a bonus to Long Blunt due to some reason in the other game. I cannot see what would have caused that. Alright, yeah, let's just go with that. Forget. I spent too much time on this as it is. Yeah, and there we go. It's me! Well, let's see if all the mods work, and let's see where they land me. These are the end times. There was no hope for survival. No hope of survival. I gotta learn to read. I'm gonna top up my coffee while this is loading. I'll be right back. Turn. See where they put me. Very disorienting to begin with. I am in a store of some kind, and there are zombies already there. Iron. There's a broom. It's not a favorite weapon of mine, but it's better than nothing. So we'll take the bandages too while I'm at it. Some food. Come in. Yeah. Don't mind me, I'm just cleaning up the riffraff. Yeah, I've got a pretty good idea where I am. I'm at a fossil field. Right, so I think the big thing is I should just grab a couple of essentials. I don't need to take too much. Take some alcohol wipes too. It's locked. Well, bottle of water won't go astray. Alright, so I should slowly start making my way over towards the river. Hello, Baked. Welcome back to the stream. Hopefully you're having a lovely day, and a Happy New Year to you as well. And I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. Yeah, I think I should be slowly making my way towards the river. And, probably check out most every car I see, though, because if I can find one that works and has fuel in it, then I should grab that as soon as I can. Oh, once I'm not currently being stalked, what I should do is, actually check my skills and stuff, see if they rigged up on me like they did the other save. Well, I guess I can get in the brewery. That's nice. So yeah, let's have a look. Okay, so maintenance is about right. Short blunt's the only thing. Okay, so this looks like it's supposed to with the skill loadout. Why it did that with the other game, I have no idea. But then again, when I reload this save, maybe it's going to do the same. That's an empty gas can. Should take that. And the lighter. Probably won't. Okay, so this car has a key, but the engine is... I'd mark this on the map, but I don't have anything to mark it with. Let's take the key. Well, maybe I shouldn't, because if I can't mark it on the map, I may never remember what car this key belongs to. So if I remember, I'll mark it later, but for now, we'll leave it. I definitely need to find me a better weapon, because that broom didn't last very long. Let's check out some of these buildings. There might be something there. I've noticed the perspective can get a little wonky sometimes too, because I don't remember it being this bad before. If I get really lucky, I might be able to find a vehicle that's in decent shape and has a little gas, but... does not seem to be happening so far. Better than this. Let's get rid of that. Until I actually find a decent spot to lay down my head and be able to store stuff, there's no sense in me taking... well, I mean, taking anything beyond what I already say. Anyway, I should keep moving along now that I have a decent weapon. Because again, my main goal is I need to get to the river, so I can set up on one of those houses for now, until it's time for me to make my move to the center of the city. Interjects. Max power! There's an apartment building I can go in if I want to, you know. Scare the bejesus out of myself, I guess, because that spot's probably dangerous. There are a number of cars parked next to it, though. So yeah, keys. Or with some gas would be nice. If I could find a short blunt weapon, even better. Here's a pencil. I'll take that. I'm going to Baseball Street! How very descriptive. I'm just going to take a wild guess and assume that that car was like... it was like here somewhere. Okay, this one also has a key, but there's no gas. there's some gas right there. I think I hit the jackpot. Jackpot, you heard me. I hit the jackpot. Before I actually gas up this vehicle, I should see what kind of shape it's in. It's not great. Jetpack! That's the correct way to say it, right, Baked? Jetpack! Bingo! Bing pot. You know, if you're a fan of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So we'll use this one too. Alright, so let's fill this thing up, let's get to the river, and let's find the house we're gonna hole up in while I make a plan for my next move. One thing I was thinking about this game the other day, and it's kind of sad, I suppose, but there's not really any way you can avoid it, is that after you've played it enough, it's... Oh, there's a hammer in there. I was warned, though. Hunting knife be alright, but... Yeah, I'll just stick with my bat for now. But yeah, the problem is, after you've played this game enough, no matter where you land on the map, it's not overly confusing where you are. Oh my! Well, thankfully, I don't think they can get at me easily from in there. I'm just gonna eat up all the snacks before I take off. Also drink that delicious cleaning liquid. Jesus Christ, there's so many of them. Okay. Okay, I put the key in the... Yes, okay. Yeah, because I've played enough Zomboid at this point. Whoa, wait. Oh, here they come. Okay, time to leave. I've played enough Zomboid at this point that it's not actually terribly surprising to me where I am in Louisville, because I've even spent a decent amount of time in Louisville, you know? So just by looking at the map, even if nothing else is filled out, I usually have a pretty good rough idea where I am. I mean, Fossil Field is a fairly notable... It's a fairly notable landmark, so... Anyway, no significant detours. I am just going to keep going until I get to the river. Because it's no good to start poking around too much if I don't have a secure spot to go back to. Pause it there for a minute because I believe I need to pack a bot. It's not bad. I've been streaming for what? Half an hour, and then the bot showed up. Sometimes they're the first people who appear, so, you know, that's not bad, I guess. Of course, the problem is, considering Fossil Field is smack in the middle of town, that means I have to go across some of the most populated areas of the city to get to where I want to go. I think it's a police station and a prison there. I also think I'm not too far from the industrial area where I started last time I tried to do this. Oh, that's a gas station. I am not... Oh, that is the gas station in the industrial area. So it's going to be good to come up here, because the map store is not a bad place to find some stuff. The massive warehouse should have everything I'll ever need. But for now, again, I need to get to the river. Thing is, I don't think I can reach the river from the industrial area, so I need to go down a few streets. Now that's a gated community, which could also be a nice place to set up in, but let's not bother with that. So let's head down until I get to the next main thoroughfare, and then I'll head off further west. That direction is west. Yes. West goes this way. Now, again, like I said, of course I don't have too much time to stream, so all I'm probably... Oh, that's another gas station. All I'm probably going to do is it's a big fancy house. Oh, I think this is one... I think I'm there. I think this is where the river is. So there's one specific house that has a 3-car garage. That's the one I'm looking for. I might have gone down too far. I don't know. Oh, that's it. No, that's only one. Okay, that's not it. I think it might be the one next to it then. I've gone by this place, but I've never actually used it. Okay, this is it here. Alright. Okay, so let's park up across the street. I really wish it wasn't raining, but we make do with what we can. Oh, dead. They might have a key to that house, that'd be alright. My character's not really geared towards using blades, but I think I'll equip that short knife anyway. I can't get a sneak attack on any of these zombies. I'm just going to lure them outside. The less mess I have to clean up afterwards, the better. Come on. Keys might be for the same house, but I guess we'll see. Now, if I'm really lucky, I didn't drag too many of them down here with me. Looks like the garage is empty, that's good. Looks like there's a lot of zombies in that backyard, though. Yeah, when it comes to places to base in Louisville, this is apparently one of the best ones you can do. It has a pile of space, it's right next to the river. 3-car garage, it has most everything you need. It's almost entirely fenced in. But again, this is just largely going to be a stopover until I can do the main thing I want to do. Now, I don't like how close these zombies are, so I need to kill them too. And one of them has a hat I'm going to want. Any of digital. I'll grab a classic wrist rock. Blah, blah, blah. I really cannot talk today. Rather easy to tell, it's been a long time since I've done this. If there's enough of them back here, I don't know if it's feasible for to work. Well, that's just a corpse. Okay, they're going around the wall there. Yeah, so that needs to be blocked off once I get the opportunity to do so. Alright, you know what? As long as I kill them away from the house, it's not a big problem. So there's only a couple of weak points to shore up, and then this place is virtually impenetrable. Well, as long as I don't get too many of them show up and try to tear the walls down. Just going to pretend I didn't see that horde of like 5 walk around the corner of the wall, and let's just get into the house and see what's going on there. Except we got some loops down here too. Okay. See if I can do a sneak attack. Nope, I cannot. Alright. Well, seeing as how I'm near the entrance and they've already clocked me, there's no sense to kill them in here and mess up the place. Ah! Once I make sure the house is secure, I've got a relatively safe place I can hole up in. I plan my next steps. Start taking stock of what we have to work with. Let's do a sweep and make sure there's nobody in here. There's a fireplace, that's a bonus. Secure. checked around the back here. Okay, first floor is secure. That was a zombie wandering around outside. To make sure there's nothing in the house, I should do another sweep outside. House is secure. Let's have another look outside the house and I'll bring the truck in. Once the truck is in, I'll check the chair. Okay, yeah. Definitely gotta plug that hole. Oh shit. Okay. Starting to get pretty exhausted, but there appears to be only one over here. Let's see if I can get rid of it. Not as sneaky as I think. Go have myself a little sit down. Yeah, my first priority is I gotta clear. I've gotta close up those holes. I was hoping there'd be a skill book in here, but I guess I'm not gonna be that lucky. Let's have a little set. Eat a granola bar. Go bring the truck in. Check this, yeah? Yeah, so far, despite the fact we started in a very harrowing spot of town, we found a decent vehicle first off with a bunch of handy supplies in it. I say decent. If I find anything better, I'm going to have to take it, because this is going to only last me so long. Some metalworking stuff. A mason's chisel is going to be very important, but Lord knows when I'm going to be on one of them. go flick on Life and Living. Okay. I thought the glitch was going to enact where a lot of times when you first turn on the TV, it'll give you one of the shows, even if it's not the right time for it to play. That being said, I can't learn much more from the carpentry. Let's make sure there's nothing in here. Some goodies. I think the tire iron actually counts as a short one, so I better equip that right small bat. Even though I do attach it onto the back. Yeah, because you only need one hand to swing it. That was scary. Something I've heard a lot of people talk about is that there's, like, these obvious generators here, right? It'd be nice if you were able to actually use them, but they're just decorative. You can't hook it up or anything. Because especially for an area like this, it'd be cool if you were able to hook that thing up, and as long as you kept it maintained and, as long as you kept it maintained and refueled, you'd be able to, you know, just keep this whole place going. Okay, we got a couple of useful materials in here. Oh wait, was that a screwdriver? Yeah, I'm definitely going to want to take that. Jetpack. Never hurts to have a screwdriver on you. These are some pretty sweet digs. Too bad I'm not going to be permanently staying here, but it is going to be home for a while. Start taking stuff out of the truck and take stock of what I have. So we got some weapons. Keep the gas cans here. Let's see, I'll take this stuff out. Well, actually, I may as well put on one of the duffel bags, eh? I think I'll keep the shovel in the... Keep the shovel in the... Keep a bit of rope in the truck, too. The rubber hose is definitely going to help as well. Let's see if I can find a better hammer than that. Well, I don't know that I need 2 rubber hoses. I suppose the sleeping bag... No, I'll take the sleeping bag. I'm not going to be doing sleeping, and if I do, I'll just sleep in the truck. There's actually 2 tire pumps there as well. I don't need that. Water purification tablets... Yeah. Handy, but I can just boil stuff. The bolt cutters might actually be handy to keep in here, because I've learned that they can be used to open up certain types of door. As per usual with me, I'm not going to be doing much in the way of organizing yet. So just a lot of the stuff I'm not going to... A lot of stuff I'm not going to use, I'll just pop in here. Now that being said, I just ran out of space. Let's just put this on the here, I guess. Ow. It's almost time for a survival show. So I'm just going to sit there and read that book. I'm going to go grab what's left of my coffee now. Turn. Did it not turn over to life and living? Okay, there it is. Exposure survival. Perfect. You're going to be teaching me today, Dean, how to fish? That's what I thought. Let's just speed it up. See, a while ago I thought if you sped it up you actually miss skill gains. I don't know if that was ever the case or if that was just a myth. Shit. I knew it! Gotta block up that back access. So many of them. There's so many of them on either side. I feel like maybe I shouldn't have parked my, maybe I shouldn't have parked the truck in here so soon. If this is as crowded as this, I might need to make a hasty exit. So I've got to find the means to either make a stone or a wooden wall. Anything will do for now, just as long as I can block off that that gap. I'm not too worried about keeping it clean now, I'm just worried about keeping it safe. Let's empty out the rest of the truck. If I'm smart, I'll close the curtains. But I probably won't. So the can opener I'll keep on me, at least one of them. Other one I'll put in the kitchen. This can go. Chocolate bar I'll probably keep on me and put in this eventually. Just lay there. See, this is clearly going to be a problem. Yeah, stuff in the glove box for now until I start running out of space. And sardines in there too, because I can just eat that as is. Pencil in the bag. Bandages and the alcohol. Pretty much it for now. Well, except for this stuff, obviously. This one. So let's see if there's anything more useful kicking around. What have I got in terms of cookware? A bowl. That's alright. Saucepans I rarely use. Myself up while I still have the water to do it. I'll go wear the cowboy. Yep, but I'll lay it down. Because it will buy me a little more time, I will shut the curtains. There isn't a curtain there on a sheet. Oh, I thought there was a storage closet in here. Oh boy, I got a stock certificate. How horribly useful. Off for now. Only turn on what I need. Earbuds, socks, key. So many keys for this place that I probably don't need. Screwdriver. Adhesive bandages, but we don't have any bandage bags. Also gonna need to find sheets so I can cover up the rest of these windows. There's one. Not that it's gonna matter too much once I actually wall off the place, but Lord knows when I'm gonna be able to find enough material to do that. Axol's good though, that's gonna help. I just need a hammer and a nail. I just need a hammer and some nails and I'll be laughing. Because even if I don't have an axe, I can just pick up logs off the ground, and I can get planks that way. There's nothing really exciting in this house, but the house itself is nice. Got the entire... Close the curtains on the entire kitchen here. Except that window. I can't close the curtains on that window. Shit. Because I can't get close to it. I'd have to move the furniture to do it. That's a nuisance. And that's because it's in the corner. If not for the fact that it was in the corner, I would have been fine. It's in the fridge. I don't think I even checked that. Not a whole lot, honestly. Well, let's crack open this. It's not fancy, but I guess the job done for now. This is where taking wakeful and restless sleeper is probably going to bite me in the ass. Let's very slowly... Let's not even worry about luring them out. Let's just kill them as long as they're not too close to the house or the driveway. Yeah, let's very slowly explore the surrounding area and see what we can see. Hitting the rest of the houses along the river might be the best thing to do, honestly. And honestly, it wouldn't be a bad idea to do it from the river. Now, if I do get an axe, there's plenty of trees around here for me to cut to shore up the defenses here. If I can find a mason's chisel... Shit. If I can find a mason's chisel, then I can also pick up a bunch of these rocks and make a rock block. It'll be even better. But for now, let's just very slowly and methodically try to make sure that the area is clear. At least until I start getting tired, and I'll have to head back. That zombie seems to be deaf. Is it deaf enough that I can get a sneak attack? Bingo! Take that. That might be the house I'm living in now. Looks like there's a lot of trees over there. Taking all these residence keys, I got no idea. It could be that they've generated keys for the houses around the one I'm staying in. Could also be that they're all just for this house, because of the way that they generate sometimes. Anyway, this is going to be a very short stream. This house has a dock, so pretty soon, within the next half hour or so. Oh! There's a lot of them over there. I wasn't expecting that. So many of them. Okay, I'm not going over to that house. If I'm lucky, they'll slowly stream in around the sides, and that way I can pick them off, but if I try to go over and aggro so many of them now, I'm gonna get overwhelmed. So let's go over this way. Yeah, anyway, like I was saying before I had the shit scared out of me, I've only got maybe another half hour to go, so we're just gonna spend some time trying to clear out the area around this house. And then we'll take stock before I stop and figure out what my next plan of action is. Yeah, there's a few over here too, but not as bad. I do like that we have these little forested areas between the houses. Good place to gather some resources. This is a more manageable crowd. Oh, there's another one down there I didn't even see. As you see, a problem with having these forested areas is that sometimes a zombie might just be hiding in the trees. This is the joys of playing in Louisville. Even if you haven't messed with the population setting, so you have more zombies than normal, most of your time is still going to be spent killing things. It's not good. Okay, I think it's time to go back to the house and take a break. It's starting to get pretty dark too, and I'm probably getting to a point where I might need to sleep, so... clean up. This room seems to have 2 light switches for some reason. See a pillow somewhere? Yeah, there we go. Sleep? Yeah, I may as well get a little bit of sleep now. Okay, this works now. This is actually kind of a silly thing. It doesn't really do much. But it does let you keep track of things. So, you know, these are all the skill gains that I've gotten today. Problem is, I don't have a lot in the way of food in this house, and I don't have any reading material aside from the magazines I've already... All the more reason why I need to explore more. Let's have a little sat. Or go take another nap. Or while I'm waiting for... Okay, so this is where I came from. The park is here, I think. So I think the plan is I might be able to come this way, and I believe there's an area here, and that's where I can go in. Finding axes is going to be important, because I'm going to want to cut down some trees, but I do know where a couple of fire halts are in this city. So there's a whole line of rich houses here. I'll probably start by taking a look at the ones closest to me. I might go down Chapel Mount Downs here, because it looks like there's a little subdivision there. And, the more houses I hit up, the more food I'm probably going to find. Prior to that, though, let's mark that this is a home. I'm feeling really adventurous. I can go up to the industrial area I started off last time, because that's probably going to be a good spot to find stuff that I need. What do you call it? Nails, planks, all that fun stuff. Yeah, I'm probably going to come to really regret taking Restless Sleeper. Can I just, like, make a bowl of chili? Let's just straight up eat all this chili. It's not one up. Let's fill that up with some water. Same thing with the other one, I guess. Do a little exercise. What am I lowest on? Goodness. So yeah, let's do about 20 minutes for the squats. Wait, no, don't. Cancel. Sleep again. I think I'm regretting taking Restless Sleeper. I feel like I shouldn't have done that. Oh well, made my bed, now I gotta lie on it. Except not really, because I'm a Restless Sleeper. Strength training too, then. Taking our little nap. We're gonna have to wait till after I watch my programs. You know what? Rather than wait until I find an electrical book, I'll get a head start on electrical XP now. It's just as well. Lord knows there's enough houses with TVs in here that I can dismantle after I do find one of those. Sleep again. Do the rope, dance. A little bit more shut-eye, and then let's head over to the house next door. Of course, it rains like a son of a bitch. Honestly, I don't much care if I miss woodcraft, because I'm almost at skill level 3 anyway, so. Much as I love the woodcraft, man. I can never miss an opportunity to watch him get comfy without his shirt on. So many residence keys. Now, is it just you, or are there a pile of you? Having a razor. This house is even bigger than the one I'm in. It's got a real fancy dock, too. And a tennis net! Or a badminton net. This kind of all depends on perspective, I suppose. Or if you're using a ball or the shuttlecock. Shit, I think they all saw me. They're not all moving at the same speed, though, so at the very least I'll be able to take them out in a staggered formation. This is the highest number of residence keys I've seen on zombies ever. Nearly every zombie has a key. It's insane. Oh, that broke real quick. Shit! Oh, that was very close. We're gonna make do with the knife. After I leave here, though, I am, of course, gonna have to go back. Hit the baseball bat again. Anybody else home? I just had this mental... this sort of vision of me setting off the goddamn house alarms then. Thankfully that did not happen. Take the aluminum foil too, I suppose. Let's just eat that granola bar. Starting to get some food. Really need a frying pan, a pot. Anything like that be nice. Everybody's got keys. Some of this stuff, I guess. One fun thing I've learned is apparently you can use the remotes. I didn't know that. Like, they can just be straight up... Well, I think you can use them for things you craft, but you can also just use them for the TVs. It's an interesting touch. Take the first aid kit. Not going to try to collect too many other odds and ends like books and what have you just yet. The wrench is good, I'll take the wrench. So that can stay here for now. Too, honestly. It's nice to have more bags, that way I can just kind of organize loot as I'm looting it. Sweet. Take the hand and knife too, even. It's dull. It's nice to have it. I'm gonna mark any of these places off as fully looted. Because I'm not doing a very thorough loot run, just grabbing anything that I'm viewing as either essential or interesting. Let's head back to the house, grab a baseball bat. Truck and head down the road to the subdivision to see what's down there. But after that, I do have to stop. To the fridge! So what we got? Duffel bag can go rock. Banana. Stuff can go corner covered. Some of that processed cheese, and I'll probably fix that sausage too. Yeah, I need to find... I was just about to say I need to find something, but I legitimately can't remember what it was, I was going to say I needed to find. Oh yes, cooking utensils, like a frying pan or pot. Look at that, I'm not going to miss woodcraft after all. There we go, that's as much as I can learn from woodcraft. So that can go in there. 2 for now. Which I don't necessarily need to keep the hat. Killer's bandage, so don't need to keep that first aid kit in there as well. It's electronic stuff. Oh yeah, the tire iron. I don't know if I can melt that down for purpose later or what. The thing is, of course, that I don't have a high enough carpentry skill yet to build a gate, so I'm going to need to wait. Oh, yeah, I was going to get the bat, wasn't I? Better do that. Take out these guys with the knife first, if I can. Nah, he sees me. Not as sneaky as I think. Yeah, even though I should, if I was smart, equip the claw hammer, because I'm going to get better experience gains with that. I think I'll just stick with the knife and the bat for now. It'll also come out of one of those doors, so it's unlocked, and I don't have to do that again. So, a quick jaunt down the street. I don't like that it takes the truck that long to turn over. Actually better off going down that way. 'Cause that'll actually lead directly into the subdivision. Holy shit, there's so many of them in that house. This place is pretty packed. It's more packed than I was expecting. I'm also making the mistake of driving in a bit too far. Okay, you know what? I'm better off parking up and killing so many of them for now, I think. Yeah, let's do that. Let's take down a few zombies, and I've got to head back and stop for today. Thankfully, the baseball bat is a highly effective killing device. Thankfully, or hopefully, the more of them I kill in this area, the safer I'll be able to make the area around the house. It's starting to get a bit too crowded for my taste, though. Park up down here and kill some of these. That was a tough nut to crack. I don't know why I'm coming down this way now. I made a mistake what I just did. Okay, we're good. Honestly, I don't think I'm gonna bother picking up any more skis. I've got so many of them as it is. Oh, Jesus. Here they all come. Time to go. I think I'm gonna leave the truck there, and I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna loop back around and go into the house. I really don't want to be caught in a fight any more tired than simply out of breath. Because if I start getting exhausted and I'm fighting even as many as 3 of them, I'm fucked. I have a little set. Anyway, that's actually going to have to do for today because I got to start getting ready to go on now. However, it's a good start. I'm kind of happy with where we are, and it's going to take a lot of doing, but I feel like we should be able to secure that area and move apace with the plan. So again, step 1 is to make sure we plug those gaps and hopefully gain a high enough carpentry skill to build a gate. Step 2 is which we're going to do at the same time as step 1, is we're going to raid the surrounding houses to get as much food as we can. Step 3 is going to be to probably go up to those storage areas that warehouses that I started near at the beginning of the last time I tried to do this, because they usually are full of shit. So that's going to be a good spot to find build materials. Then after that, I'm going to need to try to chart a course and secure an area down next to the park. But all this is to say, though, I need to make sure that that house is secure before the helicopter. Yep. Anyway, if you happen to stop by to watch, I thank you very much for doing so, and hopefully you find folks to join me again next time, which will hopefully be tomorrow. I might actually, very late tomorrow, I might be able to stream. Might do more of this. I might actually carry on the New Year's tradition of all things, for whatever reason, playing Yakuza, because as you may recall, I think it was New Year's Eve 2 years ago I started Yakuza Kiwami. I said I was going to finish it last February. Still have not, so maybe I'll work on that. But until then, as always, I wish you a farewell. You have a great day. Happy New Year's. So long for now.